Hi folks, welcome to Celebrity Cars. Today we have to offer the 1982 commemorative Corvette. Obviously we've had a couple upgrades done to this particular Corvette. Awesome stainless steel side pipes. An upgraded engine, this is a 383, and it's got at least twice the amount of horsepower that this car was born with. Nice window tint. This paint is in super shape. The odometer shows 70,000 miles. I do not believe this motor has 70,000 miles on it at all. I don't believe this paint has 70,000 miles on it either. There's a couple really neat little upgrades here. Got a little Stingray put on the side. Obviously these wheels and tires did not come with this ride. It does have a really cool sound system in it as well. And Extreme Street Performance of Las Vegas helped to rebuild this entire car, especially the engine. And we've got receipts that you wouldn't believe on this particular Corvette. At the wazoo, yeah, you got it. Receipts out the wazoo, Quincy just said. Folks, this is a resto-modded 1982 Corvette. There's not a whole lot that, the hood's been upgraded so it can fit the power plant in there. I'm your living, breathing condition report guy. I'm not really going to get into how many owners it's had and the horsepower and the brakes and all that kind of stuff. I'm not that guy. You're going to read all about that at celebritycars.com. What I do want to say, for about the 6th or 7th time ever in our 400 cars that we've done here, just about, that you can look back on all the videos of, this is a must-see. It's an 82 Corvette. Okay, with all you Corvette lovers at home. You just have to come see this. The paint is brilliant. Most of the body panels line up really nice. The doors are just fabulous. You gotta give them a good close, but they line up beautiful on both sides. The hood is not perfectly placed, but it's pretty darn good. And I can't remember what you call this hood. It's like an L88 hood or something like that. Stinger hood, I'm not really sure. Along those lines. On an 82 Corvette, I'm not really sure what you call it. But anyway, I'm your living, breathing condition report. I go over rust and road rash and wheel curbage and all these things. The condition of the glass and the paint. And obviously this is a great big piece of fiberglass. So we want to make sure there's no splitting or where the rock chips may be. So that's my job here. So come on in. We start up front. This is where the environment has been smacking against the front of this car for 40 some years. And I want to show you up front here. Got the nice license plate going on. This is all one nice, really very nice one piece here. There's no spider webbing going on, except for right here. There's a really small cracking that you can only see in a glare, in a certain light. It's very, very minor. Over here on this side, I have a couple marks in the paint here, 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 and here. But folks, and over here too. 1, 2. Very mild chips. It's on the nose of the car. This car's been driven. You're going to get a little bit of road wear going on from time to time, and that's just kind of sort of what happens here with these cars. This black plastic in here is in beautiful shape. This reflector is in good shape. Over here, once again, all in great shape. You get up here to the top part of the nose. I really need to sneeze. Top part of the nose here, folks, it's beautiful. I don't know how long ago this car was painted, but they did a really nice job. What I do want to point out is this seam all the way across. And Quincy, I just want you to film it so everybody at home can see it. And then obviously the Corvette logo. And then if you can meander all the way up this whole nose cone here, all the way up to the hood, this is beautiful. Again, this hood doesn't line up perfectly, but it's pretty darn close, and I'm pretty sure with some fancy adjustments, it would do just fine. The point is, there is no paint needed on this vehicle. It is ready for a car show. It is ready to cruise the strip or in your local town, and it's blah, 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 blah. It's awesome. Anyway, we'll get back to that in a minute. I'll start it in just a couple minutes. Let's, you know what, Quincy, we're gonna go down the driver's side because there's just a little more light over here, and then I'll spin it around. If you can follow this line down here. All this down here, folks, is beautiful. What I did not show is directly under. Quincy, I've just remembered this now, I'm sorry. All the way down here on the bottom, this rubber is still intact. This paint in here is to be desired, but it's all just fine. This is just normal wear underneath that nobody ever really sees. Okay, I wanted to get that out. Okay, folks, your first wheel, driver's side, front wheel and tire. The tires look brand new. They take, the tire gel takes very well to them. And the wheels are new. They're beautiful. Gonna go over this entire fender here, this front fender. I don't see any cracking. I don't see any splitting. I don't see any marks on the clear coat. I don't see anything wrong with this paint job. It is absolutely outstanding. All the way down, I'm looking down here where the black meets the goldish kind of color here. This commemorative color, if you will. This entire door looks brand new. Side pipes, there's a little bit of scrapes from getting in and out of the car, maybe a couple shoes, mostly pant legs. This is just climbing in and out of the car. As far as patina is concerned, as far as road wear and all that kind of stuff, it's very, very minimal. And by the way, the black piece down here, it's beautiful. All the way across the bottom. On there real good. It's very sturdy. And it's all in great shape. There's no weird anything going on here. Come on up to look at the side mirror. This is in brilliant shape. I see a little bit of mark in the window tint along here. That's just from the window going up and down and chewing into the window tint just a little. This all matches up pretty darn good. I can feel the rubber seals in here, they're pretty good. A couple marks on this chrome piece here, obviously getting in and out of the car. The door lock is in great shape. I'm gonna come back down here to the rear. Ooh, okay, that's just a watermark from the car cleaning. That's nothing, wipe that off. There's no curb rash, that's what we care about. And back here, this is all, it's crazy, folks. It's always as good as new. It's just absolutely beautiful. Side marker here is good. Quincy, come on back here just a little. Folks, this car has T-tops, and they have mild scratches in the tint, and it's all very mild. I had this apart. You can go see it in the photographs at celebritycars.com. We popped this open. You know what? This one, yeah. Yeah, it's just light scuffs. I'm not really sure what you do about that, but I had these out just a minute ago when we were doing photos, so I will show you real quick. Underneath all those seems to be clean just a little, but it's nice and clean in these cavities. And the T-top works really well. Very easy to lock and put back into place. Okay, we'll get to back to the interior in just a moment. We're gonna work our, this entire sill, we'll call it, across the top is just as beautiful as the rest of the car. Yeah, you got to close that good. Thank you. This rear window seems to, I don't know, seems very original to me. There's the light scratches in some of the tint. It's all in one piece. I'm noticing these little bolts here for the mechanism for the glass to go, and it seems very original to me. Quincy, can you come back over here, please? I want to show, I forgot about this. I marked this during when it came in. There's just a little bit of decay right here with the molding. It's actually on both sides. I think that side's a little better, but I just wanted to point out to you what's going on here in that section. Other than that, yeesh. Look all across the back here. Power antennas all down in the hole where it's supposed to be. That's just a little bug. Come on, Quincy, can you come over my right shoulder? This is the first time I've seen light scratches in the clear coat. Can you see that, Quincy? Yep, folks, that's it. so far in the car. So now you get a little more detail. See, it's, it's kind of a pain in the ass to do old cars, folks. They get repainted. Some sections don't. All these kinds of things. You just never know. I'm not a, I'm not a time traveler. I can't go back. But my eyes work pretty good. And normally cars have these marks all over them. And you got to get a fancy detail. It's just a little spot right there. Back to the glass is just fine. Just a couple little mild marks in it. All the rest of this is beautiful. This entire rear spoiler here is beautiful. And I've looked at this entire trunk, a rear bumper area, and this is all absolutely fabulous back here as well. Quincy, can you hone in on the taillights though? I just wanted to show the folks at home the paint around the edges of the taillights on all the sides. You don't have to get picky about it. It could have been a little smoother of a job around around these rear taillights, but I'm just pointing it out to you at home. It's nothing major. It's difficult to see, but it's just part of my job, and I gotta let you know. The Corvette emblem back here is beautiful. Gas tank. Pretty cool back here. All right, I'm gonna grab this, and we're gonna do a little spin of the car and get the passenger side in the sunlight or in a brighter light so you can see. We can all see. All right, this seam coming down here, it's pretty darn straight. The side marker's good, and we're back to this whole rear quarter panel here, and again, it's flawless. Rear passenger side wheel and tire, flawless. Getting a good eyeball on all this stuff here. This is all good. Same kind of mild marks on the door handles, just getting in and out of the car. I'm gonna do this one more time just to show you underneath this T-top as well. Light scratches here and there. These are very original to this car, I can see. And how they seat in their spots too. It's just super, super nice. Quincy, come over my left shoulder, please. You look in here in this little avenue, got a little bit of paint, a little bit of paint stuff going on there. Other than that, this is all brilliant. I'm gonna close this back up. Lock this back up, works very nicely. Oh, before we climb in here, let's finish the rest of the side of the car. Yeah, you gotta close these doors pretty good. There we go. Beautiful. Passenger side window, beautiful. Very much lighter patina on these exhaust pipes over here, climbing in and out. Not as many people climbed out of the passenger side, that's all. But very, very mild, normal road wear marks, patina on this exhaust system. Looks like a little bit of effort. These little extra marks will come off too. And your front driver's side, or passenger side wheel and tire, again, new tires. Looks like new wheels to me. Inside all these crevices look real super nice. And all the way up front here, all this is in one piece as well. Very, very slight patina on these reflectors here. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, very slight little normal road wear that you can barely see. But since I'm all the way down here, my face is in it, I can see these things. Okay. Passenger side doors opened up. Driver's side doors opened up. A little extra light in here. So, I mean, folks, the seats color is really, really cool. I think it is anyway. Matches the door panels. The door panels are in good shape. I'm grabbing a hold of the door panel right now, making sure it's not going to fall off. These older cars can do a little extra things we don't want them to do. All this is in really, really nice shape. The carpet's in nice shape. You see these scratches getting in and out? Just want to make sure you see those. They're very mild, but this is all one piece and it's nice. Little color, little staining on the seat belt here. All this plastic looks really relatively decent. And this passenger side seat, this leather, is in brilliant shape. It feels awesome, and they're very comfortable to sit in, for sure. just a slight wear in the carpet, folks. It's not perfect, but it still feels good. Helps quiet down the interior of the car. Glove box going on. The most wear on this vehicle is the center console housing the park brake. You could see all that patina going on in there. It's unfortunate, a couple slight cracks in the plastic, but it's not god awful, but it's not the most attractive thing. The door jambs look all nice and clean. And let me hop in here real quick, and then before we split, we'll look at the driver's seat. This wood, folks, at first glance, is in really nice shape. Your window controls are here. There's just slight patina on everything. But the main factor here is that I don't see any major cracks in this wood. It's not really wood, folks. And all around the gauges, it looks good. There's no crack leading to the edge. I'm running my fingers over because the light in here is not that perfect. Obviously, an upgraded sound system. The air conditioner does work very, very well. The visors are in great shape. This one's got itself a fancy mirror on it. Looking up through the T-tops, I can see out of them very clearly. The steering wheel has very, 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 very slight patina to it. The wood in here, all these, the wood, assimilated wood, no cracks in it whatsoever. And in the dash, in this plastic, all of this looks terrific as well. It's crazy. Door panel looks good. There's slight wear down here right underneath this little lip. The rubber here, although a little slight patina to it, it's got plenty of moisture in it. Got a little trim tag right there. And the same with getting in and out of the car over here. This particular sill right here has got a good amount of slight scratches to it, but it's all straight and still one piece. Carpet seems to be fine. Inside the door jambs, I can see in there really well. I don't see any evidence of anything bad, like any kind of rust or anything like that. But this center console, yeah, it's a little banged up. You'll see it in the pictures. Seen it a lot worse. Park brake seems to work just fine. And I do know the sound system sounds really great too. All right, let's finish up with looking in the engine. Now, I'll say it again just in case you missed it earlier, folks. The attention to detail and the operation of this Corvette, a lot of time was spent on it, and we have the receipts to prove it. And it's just beautiful. Check down there in that cavity too, if you could. It's just a little dusty, but you can see some of the upgraded components and some really nice chrome going on here. I don't see any extra antifreeze spurred around. I don't see any oils. It doesn't smell funny in here. We just had it running a couple minutes ago. Actually, Quincy, hang out right there. Let's do this. Do I have the key in my pocket? Because if I don't, we'll have to wait and do it later. No, I do. Okay, check this out. I'm gonna leave the door open. Got to be real careful with my pant leg and this exhaust here. You turn the key, folks. You give it about 4 or 5 seconds after the car is engaged and you hear the fuel injection, because this is a fuel injected motor, and then you crank it over. Awesome ride. Sounds killer. The side pipes are doing exactly what the side pipes are supposed to do. Okay, so here at Celebrity Cars, after we finish going over all the condition, we take it out for a quick spin around the block. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to make sure the brake pedal doesn't wobble. We're going to make sure it doesn't these things down the road. And we're going to get a real good scoop on it. I've driven it around the building, but I haven't driven it down the road just yet. Oh, and let's talk headlights real quick. Quincy, I'm going to start it back up. You know what, folks? I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to tell you. The headlights work. Does some, I believe the suction, or whatever operates them needs to be adjusted a little. The headlights do work. I'm not going to screw with them right now because earlier just the passenger side went up and the driver's side stayed down. I think it needs a little bit of a more awakening. There's a separate button to make the lights go up and down. I'm just telling you some little tidbits about this car that I know about. But again, the headlights are operable. I think they just need a little bit of adjustment. And give us a call and we'll share with all you those instances when you give us a call. 702-818-1031. But we're going to go for a ride real quick. We'll be right back. Folks, here we are outside 1982 commemorative Corvette. Odometer shows 70,097. We've already discussed the fact that this power plant has probably not been in here for 70,000 miles. Or do I really know that that's 70,000? I'm just telling you what the odometer says. You're going to go to Celebrity Cars to find out all those other details. So my temperature gauge is reading, and my oil pressure and voltage and oil temp. Yeah. RPM gauge. My tachometer works real good. That's right here. Whoa, this sounds like a mean machine. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, so this is an automatic, obviously, and I'm gonna put my foot on the brake and engage drive. The air conditioning is on, folks. It's 109 degrees outside. I'm driving a 1982 Corvette outside in 109 degrees. Okay, off we go. I'm gonna shut up so you can hear it. Okay, doing about 45 miles an hour. Gonna hit the brakes. 3, 2, and 1. What a great car! The brakes are super solid. Doesn't stop like a Porsche, don't get me wrong, but that was super solid. No bend to the left or right, no wiggle because one brake is tighter than the other. Is very, very straight. And the drive it down the road is a joy. I do hear a little bit of wind whistling in via these T-tops, so I just wanted to let you know that. But other than that, this is great. Back on the gas. I'm gonna go over some speed bumps now. I'd rather not, but that's okay. We're just gonna take them real easy. Jeez. Like nothing. Awesome. Back on the brake, speed bump number 2. Wow. No clunk, no squeak. This is better than my cars. Late 90s, early 2000s. My cars squeak like crazy going over bumps. This is weird. Wow. Okay, air conditioner's still on. There's no traffic. Off we go. Great driving car. My foot's off the gas pedal. It's kind of on the brake. My right turn signal's on. Seems to work just fine. Kind of a hard right. Very stiff. Very straight. Steering is wonderful. Gonna make a hard left here. Oh yeah, this is a great car. Lots of money's been spent on this car, folks. Lots of money's been spent on this car. 82 Corvette's not supposed to drive like this. Sorry, they just didn't. So, boy, I guess the suspension, so much has been done to this car. Well, that's as getting on it as I'm gonna get. Yeah, this is fast. It's way fast. But it's not my car, so I'm not going to play with how fast it is. That was enough. Both tires broke just a little bit with just a little extra acceleration when I hit the gas pedal. But I know if I really wanted to have some fun, this thing would scream. But again, we're not doing that. Driving it around 109 degrees, the temperature gauge is still in a perfect spot. And this is just a super nice car, folks. I'm gonna turn my headlights on. I'm gonna play with this really cool button here for the headlights. And I believe that just the passenger side is still operating. But give us a call, we'll talk to you about that, okay? We'll get to the bottom of it. It's hot, I'm gonna get this back in. If you have any extra questions, 702-818-1031. And we've been happy to tell you anything more that we can find out about this Corvette. But go to celebritycars.com and read all about it. Thanks very much, folks. We'll see you next time. Great Corvette.